And one of the justices that we elected this last cycle was Trey Allen. And we're fortunate enough Justice Trey Allen's with us tonight. So please welcome Justice Trey Allen.
Good morning, everyone. It's such a privilege for me to be here with you. I have to start by thanking God. The decision to run was a big one for me and for my family. We made the decision after a lot of prayer. I felt like I was doing what the Lord wanted me to do, and He was faithful. He was faithful throughout the process. I also want to thank you. So many of you handed these out in the last election. Now, I still have one. That means somebody fell down on the job. Fortunately, I didn't lose by one vote. But thank you. It was so clear to me as I traveled, as I crisscrossed the state, what a big state this is, how many voters there are to reach. I could not have done it myself. I did not do it by myself. You did it. You did it. And I'm so grateful that you did, that you cared about our courts, that you cared about our Constitution, and that motivated you to go out, to tell friends, to tell family, to tell strangers that they needed to vote for judicial candidates who are committed to the rule of law and to our Constitution. I also want to thank Chairman Whatley. When you're the candidate in one of these races and you see all the money pouring in, especially from out of state on the other side, you want to feel like someone has your back. And it was a great encouragement to me as a candidate to have, not only to have the Judicial Victory Fund, but to have leadership with the chairman and Sarah Newby and John Stewart, who were out there raising money for that fund so that we could be competitive in our races. I also want to thank our Chief Justice, Paul Newby. I'll tell you, it's fun to be part of the court when you have a majority. When you've got a majority of justices who see the role of the court the same way, who see the Constitution the same way. I'm glad I didn't have to serve on the court during those days when it was 6-1, when there was only one voice saying, wait a minute, our role is to follow the law, not rewrite the law. So his leadership has been incredible. He has been the conservative bulwark of the court, and it's a tremendous honor to me to serve on the court with Paul Newby as our Chief Justice. I hope you've seen what we've been doing. I hope that it meets your approval. It's remarkable how much trouble you can get into and how upset you can make some people by following the law. One of the strangest criticisms that I saw of our court after some of our recent decisions, and John Stewart mentioned them, someone wrote, "This is a tremendous power grab by the court." I thought, wait a minute, we're laying power down. We're refusing to exercise authority that does not belong to us. I keep a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on my wall in my office at the court. And as you, I'm sure, know, Thomas Jefferson was one of the great advocates of limited government, of government staying within its role. And I remember that after those opinions came down, I looked up at the portrait and I said to Thomas Jefferson, "I hope you're happy." Because I thought we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We are restoring the constitutional order established by our framers. We are making the court a court of law, not a court of men or women. And I believe that that's what you wanted. And I believe that's why you supported Chief Justice Newby and Justice Barringer and Justice Berger, and then that's why you supported Justice Dietz and me. You know, Alexander Hamilton wrote in Federalist 78 that the judiciary will always be the least dangerous branch to the rights of the people. Now, Alexander Hamilton was a brilliant man, but that statement has an implied premise. And that implied premise is the judiciary is the least dangerous branch when it does what it's supposed to do. I got into my race because I thought we had a Supreme Court that was doing what it wasn't supposed to do. A Supreme Court that was confusing what the justices wanted with what the Constitution actually said. So it's been a privilege to join with our Chief Justice and the other members of our court in righting the ship. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity to serve in this capacity. And I pledge to you that for as long as I'm able to serve, I will follow the law as it is. I won't make decisions based on what I wish the law were, or what I'd like the law to be. So thank you for your support, and God bless you.